could go anywhere to start a business. Atlanta, Nashville, even right here in Huntsville. But there's a lot of land across the country filled with many other smaller yet great cities. One of those being Decatur, Alabama. Our Nixon Norman went out to Decatur and spoke with local business owners there and asked why Decatur. Let's see.
Every place you've ever been has some kind of history attached to it. Most of the time, this history goes back for generations. So let's look into some of the history of Decatur, Alabama, and what draws small businesses to this city, starting with the Princess Theater.
When this building was built, where the theater is now, it was a livery stable. So we're talking horse and buggy days, late 1800s. 1887 is actually when this building was built. But back in the 70s, I think you remember malls came in and people moved to the suburbs, and a lot of those malls were indoor experiences, and they had actually theaters within those walls. And that kind of became a trend across the United States, not just here in Alabama, not just here in Decatur. And there were 5 movie theaters here in Decatur at one time, all within the downtown area. This is the only one that survived. And now things are moving back, I think, to downtowns. People like to shop local, they like to eat local, and they like to come see their plays in a place that they're supporting the local economy. So when our marquee's on, it's kind of a barometer for the economic vitality of this area.
But talk of history doesn't stop at these places. The real history lies within the people of those places, like Carrington Kelly, owner of the Sassy Owl Boutique.
My parents had a small store when I was growing up, and so I'd go to market with my mom, and I just fell in love with it then. So I grew up, behind the counter and doing all the fun small business stuff then, and then, of course, now I have to do all the hard parts. But yes, I think it probably just ran in the family.
Not only have generations of families been those to run business locally, generations of families have also been served by these business owners. Cindy Kelly, for example, has cut generation after generation of hair.
Actually, we're doing, generations. I mean, I've got kids that I've watched grow up and bring their own kids in. But when they bring their grandkids in, it's when I retire.
For many, working with your family may seem like a nightmare, but not for the spouse to family. Working together is just another form of therapy.
He built these cabinets. He built those showcases. He built all my shelving that we have here. He did so much that it was fun. We did it together. It was a husband and wife and a son.
So, as the years have come and gone, the history and memories of this city do not fade.
It's really interesting to hear people who come who are older than my dad even, and who come and say, I got my first kiss in this theater.
And all thanks to local businesses here in Decatur, Alabama. Nixon Norman, Fox 54 News.